Hello everyone, it's Joel Davis with the United Medical Transportation Providers Group, and YouAreTheBroker.com, helping you to build a highly effective and highly profitable broker business. Well, I just finished putting together a video that has been long overdue. So many of you contact us regarding courier business, starting it, expanding one, integrating one with your existing business. So in working to unbury myself, I'm trying to catch up. So I just put that together. We will make sure we put a link down below so you can go check out that video. I enjoy more sharing hater emails, because that's the type of stuff that, the hater emails is what motivates you. It's the type of stuff you want to pour on top of your cereal in the morning and just crunch it up. But this is a great email, not a hater email. Trust me, I got some really good hater emails I'm saving for the right time. And when I pull them out, you'll know why. But I wanted to share this email that came in yesterday from someone we worked with for 60 days at our 60 days of one-on-one. Great husband and wife team, got a lot going on, a lot of good things, a lot of good opportunities. They sent us a really nice testimonial that I wanted to share with you because I think it's going to be relatable to some of you watching this. And they write, "Joel, can't thank you enough, brother. It has been an absolute pleasure. As we look forward to continuing to work with you, please share the following thoughts with anyone who needs help with their business or who doubts the opportunity to work with you." And as Kathy, his wife, and as Kathy calls it, Team Joel. Laugh out loud. That's awesome. So his name is Vince and Kathy. Again, we work with them for 60 days and we'll continue to work with them. Great people. Vince, he says, "To whom it may concern, I would like to share our experience in working with Joel Davis. My wife and I started our home care business just over 4 years ago and our NEMT business just over 2 years ago. We'd experienced success, but we were starting to plateau, and then came COVID and things further changed. We had known about Joel and followed him in his videos for many years, but had not studied his material or worked with him or his team. And being honest, I think there were multiple reasons for our delay. My wife had suggested we enlist Joel's help multiple times, but I he says resistant, but I think he meant resisted. This is one of the reasons why I'm sharing this, because there's a lot of times that I've mentioned this a long time ago in a video. A lot of times we'll get the scenario where one spouse sees the need to move forward and get us involved, and another one is resistant. Especially if it's a wife that wants to get involved, you could tell it's a blow to the guy's ego, to the husband's ego. I mean, we've dealt with that several times, where it puts a little chink in the armor. The guy. You know how they always say that men don't like to ask for directions if they're lost. Now me, too, I'm asking for directions. If I'm lost, if I can't GPS something or whatever, I'm out. I'm asking for directions because I ain't wasting time. But that's a story for another day. So, as he said, my wife had suggested we enlist Joel's help multiple times, but I was resistant. In looking back, I think a large part of it had to do with me thinking I could figure everything out on my own and I didn't need someone else's help. That's the ego talking, but I respect the honesty. Love it. The other factor was not knowing what you really get from someone online when there are so many people out there trying to sell you a get-rich-quick scheme or tell you how good they are. So true, so true. That's why I tell everybody up front, there ain't no get-rich-quick when it comes to building your NEMT business or home care. It's a methodical process. I always stress the word process. Building your business is a process, and you need to embrace and enjoy the process. So there's definitely no get rich quick, for sure. And no question, all the yahoos online, they give us a bad name, no doubt. We always appreciate the information Joel shared in his videos, but I think what changed my mind was him sharing the negative comments from haters in his videos. As we experienced success in our business, we also had to deal with haters. So we could appreciate Joel's honesty, because most people online would not share those types of comments. It's true. I mean, hey, I don't know how much more transparent I could be. And the reason I share all the hater, not all the haters, because I mean, we can get Sometimes we get quite a few, and it's too much time to share them all. But they are of great value, especially if there's some that are legit. Like when people just say, "Oh, you're a cocky a-hole," I'm like, that's just blasé. I mean, I've been hearing that since high school. Who cares about that? But if someone tries to substantiate it, then all right, that's legit. That's cool. I can respect that difference of opinion. That's cool. But if you're just gonna call me a name, then that's just a waste of time. But the hater stuff, that's the stuff you sprinkle on your breakfast, man. Just eat it up, motivate you. So Vinny continues. We just completed our 60 days with Joel, and would like to tell everyone how helpful it was working with Joel and his team. The time went by quick, but we learned so much and are in a much better place. They are, for sure. We plan to continue working with him. Joel is definitely the go-to guy for home care and EMT. I appreciate that. Despite already being in business for multiple years, we learned a lot from Joel. Thank you. We have a better plan for moving forward. True. That will help us be more profitable. Joel's influence has completely changed our perspective on many things beyond just our business, but also in how we move forward in making more money. True, because we had some really good conversations. And selling our business in the future. No question. When you work with me, my goal is to definitely help you make more money. No question. Put you in the best position so you could squeeze all that juice out of the fruits. I want you to squeeze out every ounce you possibly can. But the goal is to position the business for future sale. By all means, if you want to hold the business, give it to your heirs, whatever, I get it. That's okay. But regardless of that, even if you plan on passing it on, you want to pass on something better than what it was when you started or where you are now. So we want to position the business properly. Let's see. Joel helped us find a great band at a great price, which is going to open up new opportunities for us. True. Joel has always been available to answer our questions and give us advice. I agree. Everyone on his team are equally great. Thank you very much. They are awesome. They created an awesome website for us that included our home care and NEMT business together, and made me realize just how bad my previous Wix site was. That was true. That was true. Logos were god awful too, but the market analysis they prepared for us made us realize just how many opportunities we have in our own backyard and in other areas. Very true. Very true. A lot of things, a lot of stones they weren't uncovering or looking at. For anyone thinking about working with Joel and using his team, I would definitely encourage you to do it. He is prompt in answering your questions, true, and giving you good advice to put you in a better position. It is well worth your investment. Thank you, Joel and team, Vince and Kathy, and obviously we blacked out their email and their last names. So all true. Thank you so much, Vinny and Kathy. You guys are awesome. It was great working with you, and I look forward to continuing to work with you for sure. A couple quick things. No question. When I'm working with you one-on-one, and you guys have heard this in other videos, I don't waste my time with a lot of the administrative stuff, nickel and dime stuff, that all the emails that we get. That's what my team is for. When it comes to NEMT, all I do is focus on the people who I'm doing one-on-one with. And yeah, you guys are my priority, so that's why you'll notice that I'm quick to answer emails. Unless I'm en route, traveling, in a conference, in a meeting or something like that, then obviously I'm a little slower to answer. But other than that, I mean, I'm pretty good about answering emails fairly quickly. So when we're doing one-on-one, there's times where we're going to be emailing back and forth many times in a single day. And especially once we're cool, it's a lot of people. Some people I work with, you could tell they're stiffs, and there's nothing wrong with that. So we always got to be professional, if you will. And then other people, man, once I get a good feel for them, all of a sudden the nicknames start flying, and then all hell breaks loose. But it's all good. And a couple other things here that he mentions that I want to touch on or reiterate is, no question, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. No question. And like him, when it came to his website, no doubt they hooked him up, got him a good website, all that kind of good stuff, made him look good. His logo, their logos were just not good, not appealing. They were honestly kind of obnoxious. So we really worked on rebranding his business. And that's something I talked about a long time ago, is that you may be in a position right now where Maybe you've had some success in the past, just like they have, but now in order to take the next step, you might actually need to rebrand your business. I always use the example. Now, some of you youngins watching this, you may not remember this. You're too young. But some of you older folk, like the fat man, I always use the example. Do you remember Subway? How Subway used to be back in the day? Way before they started to get that Eat Fresh, and they had Jared, the fat dude who got skinny. And then he was a pedo. And then he turned out to be a little pedo. So, but you remember Subway back in the day, of their motif of how it used to look? If you went into a Subway, it was, the entire motif was patterned after an old school subway station. So even on the walls, it had the wallpaper patterns that looked like the fake white brick, kind of institutionalized, if you will. And again, I mean, the name was Subway, so everything was patterned after a New York City subway. That's what it looked like. If you were in the bathroom, everything was white tile, just like the in the main lobby and the wallpaper and everything. If you look at Subway then versus now, completely different. Completely different. Why? It was time for them to transition, and they really wanted to push the Eat Fresh motif. So now if you go into a Subway restaurant, everything is the greens, the reds, the vegetable colors. Layout is different, look is different, the feel is different, the menu is different. They've gone through a complete rebranding. So, you know, Vinny and Kathy, I don't want to say we did, you know, completely rebranded. We didn't, but I mean, to take them to the next level, we had to elevate their play and I mean, rebrand them. I mean, a lot of the core concepts that they had in place were good. A lot of the fundamentals were good, but they definitely needed a new image. And here's the thing, too. I got someone I'm working with right now, too, where we went back and forth about their logo as well. And when it comes to naming your business and your logo, again, if we are positioning ourselves for a future sale, as in let's sell for a multiple, then it's less about you and more about that future sale. So I may personally have a connection with a specific design, logo, name. It may have some meaning to me, but A, is it going to connect and resonate with the customer, with the staff? If it's not, what are we doing it for? Is this going to be something that's actually harder to sell or hurts us to sell because it's all based around us? Again, this is why I always say you got to have your exit strategy in place when you're starting your business. I want to be in business. I want to have this business for 5 years. I want to sell it at multiple. I want to have it for 10 years, continue to grow it, expand it, diversify it in many different directions, pass it on to my children. Okay. Start defining that stuff. So if you take on a name and logos and marks and designs and color schemes that only have meaning to you, take this with all due respect. Who cares about you? And I mean that with all sincerity. When I started my NEMT business, I painted all my vans black. And I lettered them gold. Why? Because of Army, because of West Point, black and gold. Now, it worked out great early on because I literally have 3 vehicles, 4 vehicles, and they'd stick out like a sore thumb. I mean, in a great way. They're black, they look classy, they're gold. We have 3 or 4 vehicles in the road. People would be like, oh man, we see you everywhere. You're all over the place. How many vehicles? What do you got? A whole fleet? I'm like, yeah, we do. And I only got like 3 vehicles at the time, 4 vehicles at the time. But now when we got a fleet of 20 and I'm paying to literally have to paint all those vehicles, so you figure at any given time we would have anywhere from a fleet of 15 to 20 vehicles on the road, which means, you know, over the life of my business, I mean, what do I have? Upwards of 80, 100 vans, and I'm painting them all. And I'm like, you know, so I had that emotional connection. I wanted to. Yeah, they look great. They look great in a picture. They were recognizable, but that's taking money out of my pocket. And it's not like, you know what? It's not like you're going to see them running all over town anymore. I mean, it's just, again, my whole point is you want to put yourself in a position where the business is going to be sold in the future at a multiple. At a multiple. And just like Vinny and Kathy were talking about, my goal is to put you in a position to make money. Again, if it's all about, I want to be the best medical transportation provider I can be. I want to be the best home care agency I could be. I mean, we'll work with you. That's cool. I'll help you. But if that's all you aspire to, low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit, you're not maximizing your potential. I'm just being honest with you. I want to work with people who, enjoy the NEMT business. Enjoy home care, courier, your broker business. Enjoy the process. You're going to have great relationships, great friends with people. You're going to meet great people. I still when I go to the hospital, whether I'm taking my mother to the hospital or some people who I still recognize and know, and we talk and we BS and everything, and that's all great. That's all cool. But I want you, honestly, to squeeze that fruit for every ounce of profitability you can get out of it and literally leverage your NEMT business, your home care, your broker, your courier, whatever business you're in, you are leveraging it as a means to an end. Does that mean you don't care about the customers? Does that mean you don't care about the staff and the people you meet? No. Of course you care about them. Of course you build great relationships. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If you go out of business, you sell the business, and you're no longer in it. If you go out of business, you mismanagement, you have all the answers, you know it all, and you flounder and you flop and you fail. You think anyone's going to care? No. There's not going to be an outpouring in the streets. Oh, please, bring back ABC Company. No. The way some of you people just bend over and take it where the sun doesn't shine from brokers, oh, God, you guys just destroy yourselves. Yes, Massa Logistic. Yes, Massa MTN. You guys just take it. Just take it. If you're out of business, you think they care? You really think they... Oh, no, we didn't mean that. No, okay, all right, we'll pay you more now. No, it's not going to happen. No one cares. I know it sounds cold. I know it sounds mean. I know it sounds callous. My goal is to help you build, grow, prosper, make as much money as possible, drive it through your system so your system builds, grows, expands, and then your system supports and sustains you. So you're a creator, not a chaser. And in so doing, your business, your home care, your NEMT, it's a means to an end. That's it. That's it. Emotion, out of it. Do I build good relationships? I got great employees. I got great clients. I got great staff. Like it, love it, this and that. Do you really think that when you sell, you flounder, you go out of business, you really think people are going to care? No, they're not. No, I gotta take this pay cut from Logistic. I gotta take this pay cut from MTM. No, I gotta do it. They need me. They don't care. They don't care. Time is gonna keep clicking, passing you by, and no one's gonna care. No one's gonna care. It's just like I always equate it to sports. It's like sports. You got, back in the day when I was playing football, you think anyone cares? No one cares. It's like Brady, whether you like the Patriots, the Bucks, you like Brady, you hate him. I mean, dude, that cat is a boss. OG gangster thug, the GOAT, for sure. Can't even argue that point. He's straight up the GOAT. All right, play it out. 10 years from now, who's gonna care? I mean, I get it. The Hall of Fame, everyone's gonna remember this and that. Yeah, but how does that affect you? You don't care. No one really cares. Name who won the 1983 Super Bowl right now. You can't. You can put some thought into it. Who won the 1956 World Series? No one. You don't know. Who cares? No one cares. No one cares. Time is going to keep passing you by. I know I'm long-winded, but I got to make sure you clearly understand. Your business is a means to an end, bottom line. Once you realize that, and you have that perspective, this is a means to an end, for me to squeeze out as much profitable juice out of that fruit as I can, to build, grow, support, and sustain my family, and to create an inheritance for my children's children, whole new ballgame. But if you go into it, I care so much, and you should, but I just want to be the best NEMT provider I could be, missed it. You missed it, because at that point in time, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable, and you're going to make foolish mistakes, and you're going to be exposed, and bad things are going to happen. You're going to accept a stupid agreement. You're going to allow a facility, an HMO, a broker to just browbeat you. Just browbeat you. Because you're emotionally attached to it so much, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable. The way to take emotion out of it is to clearly understand, I am in this business to leverage the heck out of it, squeeze the heck out of it. Leverage time, leverage the earning potential, because 5 years from now when I sell, no one's going to care. They ain't going to care. If I flop and fail, people are going to laugh at me. No one's going to care. They'll laugh at me, but no one's going to care. Things to keep in mind. So, haters, send your emails. All you people who I'm working with doing great. Like it, love it, leave it. Benny, Kathy, thank you so much for this awesome email. I hope some of you have been able to glean some golden nuggets from it. If you have, there's only one thing I can do. See you at the top.